Are live on Instagram. We are live on YouTube. We happen to be live on Facebook. And we happen to be live on a little place called Twitch. Nobody's on there yet, but I imagine there will be one person. Quick hellos to everybody. Glenn Cushman wishing everybody... he's just wishing everybody nothing. Fellow drinkers, he's just saying hello to the fellow drinkers in Kush Tenderland. Deidre C, I believe her birthday's coming up here soon, so everybody wish her a quick happy birthday, and a happy birthday to nobody else. I don't know who else's birthday's coming up, but Paul Bellarnardo saying hello. John specifically saying hello to Glenn. Glenn, one of his favorite dudes in the chat. And Keith Austin, who was out today giving vaccinations to the world, trying to keep LA happy and healthy. Thank you, Keith. There we go. Joey Cervantes, Joseph Cervantes, who I went to grade school with at a little place called Lookout Mountain Elementary. He is here, and he is ready for a Negroni. Joey, we won't be doing a Negroni today, but we will be looking for a Tiki-style Negroni, and that's what Joseph Cervantes calls out. Joseph Cervantes knows who I am. Listen, we were kids together. He's seen me at my pee-pantsiest. At the time I was peeing my pants the most, second most. There were some times in my 20s. I was drinking a lot. But Joey knows that we will probably be doing a version of a Negroni today. Absolutely we will, Joey. Definitely get your rum ready to go. Get some Chinar if you have it, or else some Campari will be doing really well, and some Vermouth in there. Looking good. Let me just sign on in over at the Instagram just to say hello to a few of those peeps. There we go. See who is in it. Matt Hannafin. Looks like Matt Hannafin is in. Matt Hannafin is my cousin. Literally a brother from another mother. I guess that's as close as it gets. Maddie, Hattie is in there. Glenn, hitting up the Spanish for some reason. Changing John's name to Hola. We got another one over here, Joey. What's up, Joey? From Miami. My goodness, this is now an international show. Miami, still international, correct? No. This is just going right across the world. Mark Finley, my writing manager, has joined. Mark, we got to get out and play some golf. Mark just moved down to the South Bay. This isn't a catch-up show. I don't need to tell you what everybody's up to. Let's begin with what we are doing tonight. Guys, we are going to be making some cocktails that are inspired or from Italy. Oh, my Uncle Siggy just signed into it. I figured I'd give him a big one. Sykes R. Mitchell. What's up, nephew? That is Sykes, or Siggy. We called him Uncle Siggy. That dude can kill a bear by punching it. That's what we knew about Uncle Siggy. Punch bears. We're going to be making some cocktails from Italy. The cocktails we're going to be making today may not all have originated in Italy. In fact, two of them didn't. But I do think that they have a really interesting Italian flair. One of them is actually an award-winning cocktail of mine. When I won, I don't want to say anything too big, I got a belt up here though, when I won the #1 bartender in Los Angeles. So pretty good. That's pretty good. LA, definitely some bartenders in there. I won it. So great. Good for me. Another one is a twist on a very, very popular one. We'll tell the whole story, totally unprofessional, of the Negroni as we do it. But I do want to start off with, with a cocktail that I don't think gets enough credit for being a super amazing Italian cocktail. As anybody would know, the only reason I did this show is because I did live in Italy for a little bit. I did. I lived in a little town called Napoli. Gorgeous little town. Violent. You want somebody to punch a bear, you'll find a bunch of Siggies out there, I think is what I'm saying. But really had an amazing cocktail culture, and they did a cocktail out there that was just spectacular. We had it at the end of every course, normally for a meal, normally just to cleanse the palate. This is called the Sgroppino. The Sgroppino. What does it mean? It means this cocktail. I don't think it has any other name. Not everything has to mean something, guys. Not everything has to mean something. Sgroppino. Sgroppino. That's what we're making here today. Now, I have, of course, taken this since I, again, did live in Italy. I just want to continue to say that the entire time. I did live in Italy. I do believe that I get to change this cocktail a little bit. I wanted to take the basic tenets and throw some different stuff in there. That's what I've done. Let's begin to build this cocktail now that we've all gotten acquainted and know what we are doing. It's a little nervous to be doing this in front of Joey Cervantes. My goodness, it's been years and years. Good to see you, buddy. Also, my roommate from college checking in, fabulous cello player, Derek. He, I don't believe, is in Miami anymore. Yes, and knocking out an amazing reference. You have the best references, bro. Really good. Here we go. Let's build this cocktail. Now, this cocktail, for the first time ever in the history of Kush's Tiki Bar, I will not be using any fruit juices tonight at all. These are all going to be fairly booze-forward cocktails. Now, when I say that, the first ingredient that we're going to be throwing into a cocktail is, of course, going to be some lemon sorbet. I did change up Tiki Cam a little bit. I made it so it was a little bigger. People were complaining that my hands look so small. I don't think that's going to change. I got these teeny little hands. That's all I can do. But the ingredients were also looking a little small, too, so I did change. If you guys want me to go back to the regular way to do the tool cam, great. Instagram, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I tried so hard to get Instagram to have tool cam. It was never gonna happen. Let's begin to build. So we're gonna go ahead and grab some of this guy. This is lemon sorbet. This is going to be very lemony. We're gonna grab a bar spoon, since this is a solid, more or less, and we're just gonna start scooping. We want it so that there is enough lemon sorbet in here that it looks like you are about to have a little cup of ice cream. But it's sorbet. That's all there is to it. Go ahead and dump that in there. Everybody off. This could take a while. Probably should. Oh, there we go. Oh, see that? That's the way to do it. Get the big old chunks. Beautiful. Everybody in. Everybody in. Don't forget to eat the sorbet on the end of your spoon. Best part. Put this away for a second. We have this guy in here. We next, of course, need to find some booze to add. Now, this cocktail originally calls for just vodka. Paul, who is in the chat over here, will tell you that I think that people that drink vodka are psychopaths. I also drink vodka sometimes, so I do have a bit of a psychopathic tendency, but instead, I'm going to be adding some gin instead. This is the tank. This is the tank. You need to knock down a small village in France. Bring some Tanqueray. This thing will put you down, boys. We are going to go ahead and grab this at 1 full ounce of a London dry gin. Nothing too sweet. We got a lot of sweetness in here already with the sorbet. Keep that sweetness out, fellas. Keep that sweetness out. We want instead to find something nice and dry, something that has all of the botanicals added beforehand. We don't want any London Dry. We don't even want an Isla. Martin Miller's was my second choice on this, but it's just a touch too sweet. Just a touch too sweet. I wasn't crazy about it. Now, at this point, technically, this drink is done. That's all there is that goes into a Sgroppino. But I wanted to add a few extra things. Sometimes when I was out in Italy, we would add things like orange liqueur. We will be adding that. We would add things like absinthe. We'll be adding anise flavored. No let's, Joey Cervantes is asking. Joseph. His name is Joseph now. I knew him as Joey. Joey asking whether no let's will work. No let's will work just fine, Joey. Perfect. Really, really good stuff. I just happen to have the other green bottle of gin, which is, of course, called this stuff. It's called Tank. I have some homemade. We are not just adding Bacardi into here. This is homemade Curacao. Half an ounce of any kind of orange liqueur you have. You got some Grand Marnier in there? Yes. You have some Cointreau? Yup. You got some triple sec? Uh-huh. Those all work. Those are all really good. You got some other kind of Curacao? Yeah. I don't even know why I had to answer that one. Nobody asked, and yet here I am answering. Half an ounce, guys. So we have a bunch of lemon sorbet. We have 1 ounce of gin. We have half an ounce of the orange. Last thing we got to add is some Prosecco, some Proseccito. Normally, when I do my classes, I grab this stuff. This stuff is cheap and fine. This stuff is less cheap. Also fine. It's also fine. This is a Prosecco. Prosecco is an Italian version of champagne or sparkling white wine. Excellent stuff. We're going to go ahead and put in 4 big ounces of this stuff. That was not 4 ounces. This equally will not be 4 ounces. We're going to add just a touch more in there. Beautiful. Now, we do not have to, of course, add any kind of, ice to this. Deidre, Cozy Mom, asking, you guys are talking too quick. Deidre is, of course, asking, is Costco champagne fine? Yeah, absolutely. I do believe that is fine. Derek mentioning he does believe that we drank plenty of Cooks in college. That is true. That is true. That's true. We drank a lot of Cooks in college. I also drank a lot of Bailey's Irish Cream and coconut rum. I did not have the stomach for booze back at that time. Let's go ahead and just give this a big stir. We want to stir this around until all of that sorbet has melted. If the sorbet sort of loses to the rest of those ingredients, it means that you have not put in enough sorbet. We do want this sorbet to be all up in our drink. So I'm gonna add just a touch more in here, just make the drink a little bigger. This is not supposed to be one of those, you're in college, Derek is watching the Cubs do whatever, we are hotboxing the shower. It's not supposed to be one of those nights, right? It's just supposed to be a regular old thing that we did, and we are just going to stir this up. Now, if you have a chance to take this cocktail and throw it in the freezer for a little bit, just to get it to go a little bit more solid, great. That's the way to do it. You should be good. Now, before I pour this drink into a glass, I do want to say Valentine's Day is tomorrow. My wife and I, over Christmas, moved into a house. This is now a house. We live in a house. Very weird to say. Very, very weird to say. But we live in a house now. Anyway, because of that, since we moved in, we decided not to get each other Christmas presents and to instead postpone it until a time that we were not all freaked out about finances and all that stuff. So we waited till Valentine's Day. Now I have other presents for her, but I do have one today that I wanted to give her. It's just a small something or other. Usually, you guys know, Kyle Tender comes in here to grab the drinks. I did not want Kyle Tender coming in. Let's just be honest. Kyle is here all the time. It's very, very difficult to have a moment with my wife at all. Kyle literally he just shows up, he hangs out, sits in that whole suit. I don't know if you guys know this. He's a pescatarian. What does that mean? It means he only eats fish. It's not that he allows fish into his diet, he just only eats fish. A lot going on with that, Kyle. Anyway, Jen and I used to share a room where the bar was. Now this bar is sort of mine. So I wanted to give her something to make her sort of part of the bar. So I got her a special set of glasses that I think she might like. So I'll be serving this one in here, and I will be giving this drink to Jen and not to Kyle. So Kyle, you just sit down there, buddy. You continue to eat that fish. And Jen will pop in here to grab this. This is one of the glasses. I got her 2 of these exact ones. This is a Mermaid Glass. I figured she would enjoy this. She now has a glass all to herself back here. Whenever she wants a drink, whenever she wants to come steal my rum, she does not have to get rid of, or start using my glasses. She can now use her glasses. So let's go ahead and pour this Sgroppino into the Jen glass, the Mermaid Glass. Let's keep some of this unmelted Sgroppino back. There we go. We're just gonna pour that right in there, and look at that. It looks just like a mermaid. Very, very nice situation. If I don't mind commenting on my own glass, my own gift to my wife. I'm saying that's a very nice gift. Last thing we do want to add, never have I seen a Sgroppino with this stuff, but I do think it goes really well in here. This is Peychaud's Bitters. Peychaud's Bitters does have some anise. I think the anise goes very well in this cocktail, just as a topper right up here. So we're just going to go ahead and pour this until the top is red, the bottom is yellow, and the whole thing is a fishtail. I'm going to go ahead and call Jen in here, and not my good friend Kyle, my bar back. For those of you who don't know, I have a permanent bar back on staff. Comes to my house every week, dresses in a full hazmat suit to come over and bar back for me. I met him one day. He was walking dogs out on the street. Said, "You want a job?" He said, "Yep." He comes over every week. Oh, Jen, come on in here. She might not have been camera ready. She was camera. I think she looked camera ready. Where did she go? Oh, maybe she's not coming in. Okay, well, you guys remember that whole story I just told you minutes ago? I did not tell that story. Where is she? Oh, Jen! There she is. I hear her clomping around. There we go. I don't know who has met my wife and who has not met my wife, but this is my wife right here. Go ahead and grab this. There she is. Yeah, she's out there keeping Kyle tender. You can talk. Yeah.
I can?
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to love and to whatever relationships you are nurturing this Valentine's Day. To the lovely Jen, who absolutely keeps Kyle in check. And
yeah, I gotta get back to him.
Yeah.
Already. Problem.
I love you.
I love you.
Everybody saying hi, Jen. Paul saying that is very refreshing. Hi, Jen. Let's see. Cheers to you, Jen. Says Killer Vamp. Glenn saying he does know that voice. Does sound a little like Kyle Tender, but that is not what it is. Killer Vamp saying hello to everyone. Hello. Killer Vamp, you've already been there. Yes, perfect. Grant saying, cheers, Jen, love you. That's very nice. Stay away from my woman. And then Deidre C saying, we love Jen. There we go. So that is the Sgroppino, a perfect cocktail. A perfect cocktail if you are in between other meals. In between other meals and just want to cleanse your palate. I do think that the Peychaud is important in that cocktail. I do think it brings out some of that anise that we need in that. Yeah, Kyle Tender, very upset he did not get his own glass. Don't worry, Kyle Tender, when National Barbacks Day comes, we'll get you your own. Oh my gosh, that cocktail is so good. The fizziness, the busyness, just deliciousness. Cool. Well, normally Kyle Tender sends in any questions that you guys have, so if you do have any questions, let me know. I'm just going to check over here on the Instagram. Apostle Tiki. I cannot post this because he's over on the Instagram. Are Jen's gloves as nice as Kyle's? No. Kyle got those good gloves. Jen got real ones. Jen showing love to everybody. She loves everybody back. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. While we're at it, let me just give a quick shout out to the Disney Drinking Society for sending me this shirt. It just came in the mail. Now, I know I had plans on making shirts, and Keith, I know I still owe you one, buddy, the moment I make it. But I will issue this. If you send me a black shirt that does not say anything offensive, I will absolutely wear that shirt. There's no doubt about it. I will wear that shirt, so I'll set up a P.O. box at some point. You guys want that. People are asking for a Jen encore. Not today, Eric. Not today. We got to get Kyle back in here, otherwise he feels betrayed. I think he feels betrayed. So thank you, Disney Drinking Society, for sending this to me. I will wear it with pride. I've worn it for 2 days straight. If anybody watched my show yesterday, I also wore this shirt. I have no shame. Or shirts. I have no shame or shirts. Kyle complaining that he never gets an encore, but Kyle comes in constantly. Deidre, let's see, says challenge accepted. Very nervous about what Cozy Mom is going to be sending me. There we go. And Joey Cervantes, of course, wishing for more Jen. I want more Jen too. Okay, let's get back to it. Now, a lot of people, the moment that I said that we were doing Italian cocktails, these are kind of small glasses, so I'm just going to keep pouring this. Where am I going tonight? Nowhere. People were very excited about making a cocktail it's called the Negroni. The Negroni, of course, first thought of by a man named Negroni, Count Carmelo Negroni. Really kind of an interesting dude. The son of just super rich Italian people. All he wanted to do in his life, though, was move to the United States and become a freaking cowboy. What else do you do when you move to the United States? You became a freaking cowboy. Well, he almost made it to being a cowboy, but instead made it all the way up to rodeo clown. I don't know. Is that like bar back to bartender? Like, do you have to be a rodeo clown first to become a cowboy? I don't know. But he made it that far. Anyway, his parents went to California, grabbed him by his ear, brought him home. And one of the things that he brought back home from his time in the United States was his love of the cocktail. There was a great cocktail that was called the Americano. It had sweet vermouth, it had Campari, and it had soda water. Well, he said vaffanculo to that. I still speak all the bad words in Italian. He said vaffanculo to that, and said put some gin in it. Anyway, at first the Negroni family they were mad. They didn't want he was like the Paris Hilton of this thing. They'd established a pretty good little rapport. They were making money, and now suddenly they had a rodeo clown drunk on their hands. Well, anyway, what do you remember most about the Negroni family is, of course, that cocktail. They eventually started just making that cocktail. There is the Negroni family still makes the Negroni in a bottle that you can buy, but more famously, it's a bartender favorite. Equal parts Campari, gin, and sweet vermouth. I decided to sort of mix up that just a touch. And I am going to make, what exactly did I call this? I think I called it the Angry Bird or the Pissed Off Bird or something. Let's just see real quick. What have I named this? It doesn't matter. We're calling it the Pissed Off Parrot, but we're saying it in Italian. Calling it the Aggrogato Paragico. My Italian is awful these days. Whatever we're calling it. Now we're going to start building that. It's going to be a rum base, and we're going to take out a couple ingredients, throw in a couple different ingredients. Let's begin to build this guy right here. Let's first of all, since all of these are fairly expensive ingredients, it doesn't matter what order you put them in. It doesn't matter if you mess up. If you mess up this drink, you are definitely messing up this drink. We're going to start off with the rum. Why not? This is the Dr. Bird. This is a funky Jamaican rum. It is pot stilled. Woof! Yes, it has notes of chocolate, which I like a lot about it. We're gonna go equal parts. We're gonna equal parts this. So 1 ounce of this Dr. Bird. Now, of course, what's the difference between gin and rum? Well, gin is dry and rum is often sweet. Gin is often dry and rum is often sweet. So we wanted to find something that was a little sweeter than Campari to add to this, but wasn't Aperol. So I wanted to find something right in there. We go. Paul has said it. The Papagayo Arrabbiato. Perfetto, Paul. Perfetto. Beautiful. So I wanted to find something that was in between, and so I did reach for this guy right here, an often mispronounced and often misunderstood ingredient. This is pronounced chinar. Chinar. Not sayonara, not kaineer. It's none of those. That last one was not even close. If you said kaineer, unsubscribe. Just leave the channel. But this is chinar, and of course, you can tell what it's made of because on the front of every bottle of this stuff is the main ingredient, and that is this guy, this gold guy right here. That is going to be an artichoke. This is an artichoke liqueur. Now, does it taste anything like artichokes? I say no. But some people swear to God that they can taste artichoke in here. No idea. We're gonna go ahead and put in an ounce of this. Now, if you don't have the 70 and you have the 33 proof chinar, really good. It's just gonna be a touch sweeter. I wanted something that was just not so sweet as that stuff, but that'll work fine. 70 or the original formula, chinar originale. Last thing I want to put in one of my favorite ingredients in the whole world that I almost never have on hand because I refuse to buy it in the small bottles. I only buy it in big bottles. This is Carpano Antiqua. This is a vermouth. This is an Italian vermouth made by the same company that makes Fernet Branca. I don't know if it's made by the same people. It's under the same umbrella, Infinitum Spirits, which, of course, you guys remember from earlier. Fernet told me I was the best bartender. We have this guy right here. We are going to go ahead and put in 1 full ounce of this. Now, this is a sweet vermouth, but it is not going to be sweet like a Dolan or a Martini Rossi. It is going to have a bit more bite. We had to find ingredients that would sort of go with all of these flavors. That is what we went with. So 1 ounce of a funky Jamaican, 1 ounce of a chinar, some sort of amaro that is between Campari and Aperol, and 1 ounce of that stuff, that Carpano Antiqua. This is fine. This is a great cocktail. It was nice when I had it. I made it like this when I was trying this drink out. But much better when you can start adding some bitters to it. I recommend to all young bartenders or all people starting bars at their house that they spend the majority of their first purchase on bitters, because that will definitely help create better cocktails. And we're going to be using these two guys right here. Only one of them. There we go. One of these is Aztec chocolate bitters. One of these is going to be an orange bitters. We're going to be putting in 3 dashes of chocolate bitters. 3 dashes all day. 1, 2, 3. Yup. Last one we're going to be putting in is 2 of this orange bitters. Big 2. 1, 2. And unfortunately, we will not be shaking. We will not be shaking it all today. I know that I have some fans who are in their, let's say, well pre-teens. I have a couple fans, mostly nieces and nephews, that do love the shake. I will not be shaking it all today, guys. I'm very, very sorry. I did not even think about that. To all of my 2 to 7-year-old fans. No shaking today. Instead, we'll be stirring. Something that I don't think we do enough on this class or in these classes. So I'm gonna really milk it. I've got some of this good ice, some of this big ice. The larger the ice when you are stirring, the better off you are. Why not put 1 more? Let's pretend like I used 2 big pieces of ice. I did not. 1 big piece of ice, and then a couple extra ones, just to hold that whole thing down. We want to go ahead and grab our spoon, throw that all the way down to the bottom of your tin, and back and forth, up and down, trying to keep all of that ice moving as 1 solid piece. Makes it much, much easier if you are only using 1 solid piece of ice. We are melting some of that ice. We are trying to water down this cocktail a touch. It needs just a touch of water to be getting all of its stuff in there. Oh my God. Oh, it's so delish. And we are going to be serving this one up off the bar. We're going to give ourselves a little handle to get this one. Now, finally, in this class, we get to use one of these guys. This is called a Julep Strainer. Julep Strainers for when you have stirred. Hawthorne Strainers when you have shaken. Now let's go ahead and pour this guy into a martini glass. Right there. Beautiful. Let's just check yeah, I'm just gonna go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. That is that. Hashtag toolcam. Deidre might be missing toolcam. maybe I missed Tool Game. We have this cocktail. Now, the reason that we put in 3 dashes of chocolate and we put in 2 dashes of orange is because we will be adding just a touch more orange to this cocktail. I asked you guys to get an orange for 2 different cocktails. Nothing else, no other fruits. Go ahead and pull this little guy off of here. We want something that looks like this. We're just going to go ahead and spray this into the cocktail. Give this a little rim. That way, everybody that is drinking this cocktail will initially get an awful lot of orange. They should have some chocolate in there, some artichoke. I have yet to find the artichoke taste in this. Now, full disclosure, I'm not the biggest fan of artichokes. I've pretended to like artichokes before in my life, but not the biggest fan. And there we go. Let's go ahead and drink this, and I will bring in Kyle, finally. People are already missing Kyle, to grab this next one. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to taste like. That bitterness, mostly coming from the Cynar. A Cynar is a bitter, what the Italians call Amaro. When there's more than one of them, it is Amari. A very, very nice situation that you have right there. It looks dark and mysterious. Who knows what's going on with this drink? What's it thinking? Like, will it call me back? Does it even like me? What does he mean when he texts me nonsense? What is this? We have right there. There is Kyle coming in. Yeah, perfect. What's up, Kyle? How you feeling, buddy? Yeah, go ahead and grab that for you. Yeah, there's the Kyle gloves. Yeah, Kyle's got his gloves on again. Trying to stay with that. Glenn saying he had to use a cutie for that. That is just fine. A cutie has the same oils of all time. Keith asking a very poignant question. What is Kush Tender's favorite Amaro? Keith, I gotta be a company man, my friend, and I have to say that my favorite Amaro is going to be Fernet. If I gotta go after that, I would say Ciao Chiaro or China China. Kinda. Would be my next 2. Really like those ones. I am not as big of a fan of the Cynar as I probably should be, because it is delicious, and I did just use it in that drink. But when I need a Cynar to show up in my life, I like that one. Let's see. Rick is out of town. He is in. Yeah, there we go. We now know where Rick is. I guess when we invoke the name of Fernet, we do have to put down our coins. Grand Classico. We have Abby mixing in. Abby, one of our new watchers, but an old friend and also a very, very talented home bartender, saying the Grand Classico working well in here. So that is great to know. This drink will support a lot of different Amaros. My personal taste on it would say that the Cynar, way to go. But there we go. When I throw down my Fernet coin, it does mean that we take a shot of Fernet. So let's take a quick shot of Fernet as we get the next cocktail ready. And in the meanwhile, I do want to remind you guys that these classes will always remain free. I will never, ever, ever, I don't even know how I would charge you for that. It makes me sound like I'm a really good guy, but I don't even know how to charge you for this. But I never would, even if I could. Even if they said, Kush, we got a way. We figured it out, buddy. We stopped all that cancer research for a minute. We found a way for you to charge for classes. I would say, sir, no, I would never do that to my people. However, if you guys can help out over here on Venmo, that would be great. At Kush Tender, that would be perfecto. Or if you want to buy me a shot, paypal.com, paypal.me/Kushtender would be a great way to do that. I will definitely take that shot with you. You can ask John, who earlier in the night wished everybody a, why did he do that? Oh, he wished everybody a very happy Saturday. Oh, did I say everybody? I meant Glenn. He said Glenn. So if you can help out that way, that'd be great. I understand. Who has a job these days? None of us. So if that's not a way you can help, you can always go over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Kushtender. Just like, subscribe, and share my videos. And if that is not a thing, You guys are doing all the right stuff right now. Just showing up on Saturdays, saying hello in the chat, finding your way over to the YouTube or the Facebook or the Twitch so that I can see your chat. Otherwise, I get weird. Now, very, very fun person just joined the chat right now. This guy, Eric McCoy, very, very talented dude. So, hello, Eric. Good to have you in the chat. You came in just in time for a shot of this. I'll be drinking Fernet. Anybody else wants to take a shot with me with anything else, that is up to you. But let's do this one. How about the time has come, my little ones, to talk of other things, of ships, of shoes, of sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to everybody new. Cheers to especially everybody old. And I should have just done that one. Cheers. Whew. Now you notice I exclaimed after that because there was booze in that. There was booze in that Fernet. Crazy enough, right? 40%. Got me thinking. That's only 4.7% lower than this guy right here. This comes in at 44.7%. The Fernet comes in at 40%. So I started thinking, hey, I said to myself, hey, what if you made a cocktail where instead of lighting the bitters on fire like you do, I do that, what if we lit that Fernet on fire? I started thinking, I said, boy, that's a good idea. I said to myself, it's a good idea, boy. Anyway, created a cocktail. This cocktail was on menus of mine across Los Angeles. I'm not positive that I've ever made this drink in any of my classes, so welcome to this one. This is the idea behind this cocktail is that when you walk into a Mexican restaurant, maybe an Italian restaurant too, I should have done that. You walk in and you know what you want, but instead of ordering the taco burrito platter, the fajitas come out, and you say, well, screw this. I don't want those anymore. I want the fajitas. And that's how I wanted this drink to be. When you see this drink being made, I wanted you to change the idea, change your idea, change what you wanted, and that is what we did. Now, this drink originally came with rye. I asked you guys to get rye, but I do think it does slightly better with a new whiskey that I've been promoting on my show for a while. They do not pay me. They do send me a bottle of whiskey every once in a while, but I'll be using Hartman's. Hartman's. So if you do have a whiskey that you love, that is either a bourbon with a lot of rye, this the little tiny print says that there's a lot of rye in that, or else just a rye itself. I think that is the way to go with this cocktail. It is my cocktail, so I guess I do get to decide. But I'm not at your house. I'm not your mother. I got nothing to do. So let's go ahead and make this cocktail. This is called the Ferjita effect. The Ferjita effect. This is Fernet, the Fernet Ferjita effect. We're going to start off with one of these guys. It's called a sugar cube. We're going to throw that in here. We're going to be putting in half of an ounce of Fernet Branca, not the Mentha. The Mentha does not do as well in this one. We tried it. It doesn't do quite as well. Let's not hide stuff from ourselves. There we go. Half an ounce of this guy. Easy peasy schmeezy. And we're going to muddle that. We're going to muddle all of that sugar into the Fernet. There we go. So that it all becomes sort of a mush. This is a very, very mushy, sugary Fernet that we are dealing with currently. Not exactly what we want to drink by itself. It might be just a touch too sweet. I'm going to light that fire real quick because we are going to be lighting this Fernet on fire. It is going to create something that is delicious. I don't know what I'm doing. This is going to be basically what we're doing is we're burning out the alcohol in here just so we can be left with all, I'm going to take a guess and say 70, 75 different herbs that they put into this Fernet. It's spectacular. Now, when I do this, we start off with our orange. We are going to be expressing our orange into this cocktail to get that extra little flame of fire. So go ahead and cut out, oh, there's the tool cam. Cut out your orange peel. Try and keep as little of that fruit, that was a pretty good one, as little of the actual fruit on the inside out of this little flame. And we are going to take 2 little toothpicks, and we are going to get this motion going. It looks like this. This is the hardest part about this. I've had bartenders work for me for many years that have had a hard time getting this little motion going, but that is what we were trying to do. We're trying to light this up on fire. It takes just a second more than normal. There we go. You can start to hear it flame as those blue flames are getting in there. There it is. We are going to spin this around. We're going to lose the fire for a second. We're going to try one more time. All of the guys at the bar would be making fun of me because I used to make fun of them for not being able to do this. There we go. We're going to get this going real quick. We are going to spin this around. We're going to squeeze our orange. Yes. Ah, there we go. Just imagine those last ones also happened. The first one's pretty good, but we have Deidre C saying fire is what she likes. So, Deidre, we got you some fire. So now we have a base upon which to build our cocktail. We now have this in a Hartman's glass with the fire, with the burnt fernet. We then are going to reach for our Italian vermouth, the Carpano Antiqua, at 1/2 ounce. If you do, please. There we go. And we're going to be doing 2 full ounces of Hartman's delicious bourbon. Again, just find a bourbon that you like that is a little drier than most bourbons, or just do the right thing and do it with a rye. I find Hartman's to be a perfect mix between the two. Very, very nice with the corn, but they do all that rye so good too. We need a ice. We need some ice in this thing. So why not go ahead and grab one of these guys, one of these beautiful ice balls. I have not made ice by hand for a little bit, so this is going to have to do. This is a clear piece of ice. If you guys want to know how I do that, I don't know. I guess ask. That is the cocktail. We are then going to take our spoon, give this one a big stir, get all that fernet up off the bottom, get that sugar mixed in with the rest of our cocktail. When we stir a cocktail, we want to grab it with these. Let's just move this up a touch. We want to grab it with these 2 fingers right here. So your thumb and your other one. I gotta move over here. You want to put one finger on your pointer finger here. You want to put your ring finger over here. You want to push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, and there you have it. You have my classic cocktail, the Ferjita effect. It is an award-winning cocktail. It did win an award, so that's what it is. That's how you win awards, is doing that kind of stuff. Anyway. That is the cocktail right there. Let's go ahead and drink this one. It's rude to drink without a cheers. Let's do drink to the health of another. And the other I drink to is he, in hopes that he drinks to the other. And the other he drinks to is me. Cheers. So good. Oh, that is such a good. I mean, honestly, I should have won Best Bartender twice right in a row for that drink. That's a good drink. It's nice, it's dry, but it's got the sweetness. The fernet is just the bittering agent. It's just good. That's just good. Cheers to you, Deidre C. Cheers to you. All right, well, let's see if Kyle wants this one. Kyle, you want to pop on in here? Let's see if Kyle has any notes for me. And we had no trolls this week. We've had some trolls in the past, and I'm kind of missing them now. Eric McCoy giving his own cheers from the lips to the gums to the belly. Here she comes. Speaking of here, he comes. Here's Kyle right there. There you go, buddy. You got it? Perfect. Excellent. All right, Kyle now has his cocktail. Let's us chat real briefly. This cocktail class and the idea for it was actually brought to you by one of the students that takes this class every week and has for the past 5-6 years when I used to do these live as well. His name is Keith. and he wanted Italian cocktails. I did help you out with those Italian cocktails. If you guys have any other ideas for which kind of cocktails you would like, now would be a great time to let me know. Otherwise, you guys can just hit me up. I'm not hard to find. Somebody literally asked me for my my address this week. I gave it to them, and they sent me a shirt. So I'm clearly not hard to find. Instructions unclear. Let's see. What's that? What is Rich saying? Rich is saying instructions unclear. Eyebrows on fire now. That's the best trolling I can do tonight. Thank you, Rich. I do appreciate it. Thank you for at least trying. Thank you for at least trying. People thanking Keith. Thank Keith not just for helping me out with this stuff, but also for helping me, Los Angeles get back on its feet with your vaccinating that you are doing. Keith suggesting right now smoked cocktails. Have I done smoked drinks before? If not, now is a really good time to test out my new house's smoke detectors. Let me see if I've done that one. If not, I will do that. Yeah, Aubrey, big claps. Big claps over there. Thank you. All right, guys. That is what I have for you today. I do appreciate everybody that shows up every single week, and Avery. Oh, and Avery. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, and Avery was also out there. I'm sorry, Avery. Avery was also out there doing the vaccinations. Keith and Avery, two heroes. Let's honestly. Can I? I'm not going to talk for. I'm not going to talk for. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. I just want everybody to say thank you to Avery, mostly. Just say thanks to Avery. Keith gets it. Keith was called a hero last week. I'm just no talking. 30 seconds. You guys just do what you're going to do, and thank Avery. All right, that's enough. Thank you, Avery. I do appreciate you as well. For some reason, I just mentioned Keith, but we also love Avery. She is the greatest. Of course, my dad came through and I definitely misspelled your name. So don't. So did Rich. It's Avery, guys. It's Avery. John did the right thing. He didn't even try and spell your name. Well done. We may hit 100 messages again, says Glenn. We have not done that yet, but one day we'll hit it again. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming out to Kush's Tiki Bar. I love each and every one of you for continuously showing up. I do not do these classes for you. I do them for me because it has been a... quarantine has been weird. It has been a weird time to do this stuff. So that anybody shows up just makes it so wonderful that anybody even indulges this little fantasy of mine that one day I will own a bar inside of my own house and never have to see anybody. That you guys continue to show up. Always breaks my heart a little bit in a good way. Next week, we will be back. In the meanwhile, if you guys miss me a ton, on Fridays I do a show on Mixed Cocktail Hour, 5 p.m. Mixed Cocktail Hour, and you guys can meet me over there. Eric McCoy saying, beautiful bar, by the way. Thank you, buddy. All right, guys, that is the end of me. Otherwise, I'm just going to ramble. I will see you guys on the other side. Cheers. Cheers, cheers. Boop. I'm not doing this every week, guys. I really am not. But I do feel like you guys were all so good. This is only for the people not watching on Instagram. This is a YouTube, Facebook, Twitch exclusive. We are going to make the DAD. We're going to make the drink at home drink. The Garibaldi. Let's make that guy real quick. We're going to make the DAD, the drink at home drink, the Garibaldi. This is very, very simple, and I have this orange that's just about to go bad anyway, so I might as well slice it in half and do that. Let's go ahead and make this. We're going to go ahead and put in, ooh, an exclusive, says Jen. Very, very excited. We did have some calls for an encore minutes ago, so there it is. Let's just make this one real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Let's find a drink. Oh, let's do it in this one. Let's do it in this one. We're going to make the Garibaldi. And this one, Garibaldi, is a drink that was meant to unify Italy by taking the north and the south, things from the north and the south together. They took oranges from the north and Campari from the south and made this into the right thing. That is 2 ounces of Campari. If you got it, let's go ahead and slice this orange into half. Take our orange squeezer. Squeeze this in here. People were clamoring for Campari. Clearly a crowd favorite. Got me right in the eye. Clearly a crowd favorite. That Campari. Very, very simple. 2 ounces of that, and oranges are too big. Rich guy problems. Go ahead and squeeze that. The juice of 1 full orange, if you got it. We're looking for about 2 ounces of Campari, and we are looking for about 4 ounces of orange juice is all we need from that. That should give us about what we're looking for the Garibaldi. Let's put in a little ice and call this a day. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Give this the Italian swirl. Never heard that called that before, but that's what I'm calling it from now on. The Italian swirl. And there you have it. The Garibaldi, guys. Oh, Jesus. We should have made that one. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Well, sorry, Instagram, you guys didn't get that one. But that is what we have. That is the end. I promise there would be no ever. Just like I will never charge you these classes, there will never be a double encore. So at that point, if you guys just want to sit and watch all of the comments scroll, I will scroll the comments afterwards. But other than that, thank you guys so much for coming out. That is the Garibaldi. Love, 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 and goodbye.